Hey there guys, how you doing? It's Drew here, and today is day number 123 review video here for my progress inside Traiex. So definitely redeemed itself today compared to yesterday. Yesterday we had 0.35%. Today's definitely, I don't know how much that's going to be, like 0.60 something or even 0.70. We'll have to see here in the video. So we'll get going. So here's something else I noticed, guys, which I saw one of the leaders from the company ask about this. I don't think there's a response yet, but the commission. So the commission here, which is not going to apply to most people, it didn't come in from yesterday. So normally I make about $13 to $14 in commission per day. You can see here I made $1.30 last night. Sorry guys, my dog's barking. I gotta go see what's up with that. It's my old dog, so maybe she has to go outside. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we have to figure out what's going on with this. It's probably just some technical error or something like that. But basically what it looks like here, if I go to transaction history, it looks like the commissions, so I think there's 10 per page. Yeah, so 10 of the commissions came in. There should be like 41 of these little commissions that come in there, right? So yeah, we'll have to figure out what's with that. Maybe something happened and it just stopped or something like that. But I've seen one other leader say, hey, what's with this? So I'm pretty sure today we'll figure out what's with that. And then it'll be solved tomorrow. And, you know, of course, they'll go and, you know, the people that are missing those commissions, they'll like add them to their account or whatever type thing there. But they might have to like fix something. So don't be surprised if you see tomorrow that the website goes into maintenance. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we'll get going here and we'll get these numbers here. So we need this guy and this guy down here. So this goes in there. We don't have to do anything to it because I'm going to add the commission that I made there to the account. So throw that in there and then go grab this number here. So 7680 47 7680.47 7680.47, and then this is going to give us our what was the profit percentage there, which should be pretty damn good, right? 0.55. I thought it'd be higher than that because yesterday the number was so low, like what was it? I think it was like $25 or something that was there. Today's 40, so 0.45, which is, or 0.55, which is over the average just by 0.05% there. So we'll get going here, guys, and we will do this. So we need to do the next thing here, which is analysis on the token. So it's, as I've been saying in the last, I think, 5-6 days of videos, pretty much ever since here, where we had this new all-time low, I said we're probably gonna, I don't think it's just gonna shoot back up. We're probably gonna come down. It's gonna find support like around in this area here, so where I have this line here, and then it's gonna come up. And then I think once it comes up, like it's not gonna do one of these again. It'll come down and then come back up, and I think we're gonna come all the way back up to here, to this trend line here, and then come back down, create a new higher low. What I'm saying here is this right here right now is an amazing buy. And if you're trying to get ahead with the tokens here, like buy, guys, don't wait. Like use your profits balance, use your deposits balance. You know, if your deposit balance is big, like say you have $5,000 in your deposits balance, I would pull out 1,000 of it and go buy tokens. We're going to go to the trade history. We'll look through yesterday's trade history and we'll do this and go to the 4th there. So we're looking for the 8th. So there it is right there. So the 4th page is what we're on. Write that down. It seems to be always the 4th page as I'm making these videos. And this trade here is a profitable trade. So the 5th page is profit. Wait a minute. This is a loss. So there's our first loss right there. And then this is a loss right here as well. So that's 2. And this is yesterday's results. So from the result we saw yesterday, this is going to give you the answer to, oh, why was it low yesterday type thing, okay? The earnings there. And then this guy here is a profit, 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 profit. And then the next page is a profit, 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 profit. And then the next page, there should be more losses here. And then this guy here is a profit, profit, profit. There's another loss right there. So that's 3. And then this guy here is a profit. So then the next page here is a profit, a loss. So there's 4 losses. And then this guy's another loss, and then another loss. So there you go, guys. That's 5, 6. And that's what really gives you a low day, is if you have like 3 to 4 losses on one page, because then it takes like the rest of the day just to pretty much catch up to that, right? And then you don't end up making that much. So you can see here, the last trade on this page is another loss. So this page here, this is a profitable trade. This is a loss. This is a loss. This is a loss. And this is a loss. So that's 7 losses so far. And that's 4 losses on one page. So right there, if you're wondering like, oh, how do I, for these videos, like, why am I showing all this stuff in the videos and not just going, like I could just go log into the master account, click on overview, and then show you, oh, look, the system said I made 0.40% today or something like that, right? I could do that. And that's what most people do when they're promoting. They'll just take a screenshot of that and then post and say, oh, join this. This is amazing. But why I do it this way, guys, and I show you all the trade history and I go over everything and I spend like, 10 to 20 minutes a day making the video for you. And in reality, it takes maybe an hour and a half to do it because I got to edit it, and I'm editing out a lot of stuff. Like you'll notice if you look at the timestamp at the start of the video and then the end of the video, you'll notice it's normally twice as long if you look at the time in the video than the actual length of the video, right, from me editing. So why I put all the time into this is so that the people watching this, you actually get a real idea for what this is like. And this here, it's another proof thing that this is all real, is that yesterday's trading was low, 0.35% was the profits, which is really, really freaking low, right, for the Traiex trading bot. And if someone was to say to me, hey, explain to me why it was low, and say I didn't know about to look in the trade history, like that's normally when you first start with Traiex and you don't understand how everything works and you're just trying to learn things and stuff like that. You'll go and you ask your sponsor, oh, I had a low day, yesterday, or today looks like it's being a low day, or my I deposited $5,000 in my account and my bot was at, I don't know, $15 of profit earlier today, and then I went back and I looked and it's at $10 of profit now. Like, what happened? Kind of thing. Your sponsor's going to say, go look at the trade history, because that's where everything is. So that's why I show everything, is so that you guys know when you're watching these videos and you're thinking, oh, I want to get going with Traiex, or maybe you have a crappy sponsor and they don't tell you these things. You can just follow these videos and then you can understand like how it works, and if you do have a low day, like where to look, and not just to sit there and be like, oh, this must be a scam because it said I made $15 and then I logged in 2 hours later and it said I had $10 in there. Oh, they took my $5. Like, if you know nothing about anything, you'd probably think that is that the company took $5 from you. Meanwhile, it's no, the bot just had 4 losing trades in a row type thing, right? So that's that, right? Like this here, these 4 trades in a row, guys, if you add it up, it's probably close to like $8 of loss, right? And this here is at 7:30 in the morning. So maybe it only had made $15 then, right? So half the profit in my account would have went to the trading fees here, okay? So you got to understand that, and that'll answer a lot of your questions for you. So anyways, enough of that. Let's go to the next page here. And this guy here is it's in a trade. The buy's at the top here. If we go over to spot, we're on page number 10. And we look at this, you can see it's in a trade right now. It's on a day chart. So let's go to the 15-minute. It'll make more sense to you. So if we refresh the page, you'll notice one of those cells is gone, and there's one closer to the actual entry there. Oh, so it actually sold when we were refreshing there. Yeah, so you can see that. And this here, this could have been a losing trade. We'll just go check. We'll just check right now to see, because you noticed it did move its sell down. There, yeah, so you can see that is that's a break-even trade there. So the bot decided to break even, which would have gave me a loss of $1. So if I was to refresh this, you'll see this will go down by $1 or so. Okay, it's at 40.15. It's at 38.47 there. So you can see there, guys, how that all works. Okay, so how did I know that? I knew that from just understanding and really following how everything works here with verifying on the trade history, watching the bot actually trade and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go back to page number 10 and we'll finish this off. So page number 10. And this trade here would have been the last trade that we actually counted. So we actually have to start here with this one, okay? Which that's a profit, that's a profit, that's a profit, that's a profit. And then to the next page, we probably won't see any more losses here because we had those. Oh no, there's another loss right there, guys. Okay, so there's 8 losses there. So yeah, the trade history tells you everything, right? Okay, here's a profit, here's a profit, here's a profit, here's a profit. And then this is probably the 7th here on this page. They've got one trade there from the 8th. Okay, so that's a profit right there. So we've got one trade on page 12. Has one trade. And then we're going to count things back here. So I know if you're a trader and you're looking at this, you're like, oh, there's 10 trades on this page. How I have to calculate things, guys, I'm calculating the buy compared to the sell, which is 2 trades, which then will give me a number. Is it a loss or not, or break even trade, whatever type thing, okay? So I have to calculate it as 5 trades per page to figure out the win ratio of this, which then you can apply if you have a day of loss, which I haven't had a day of loss in the last 123 days, so ever since I started basically. If you have a day of loss or 2 days of loss or something, you can actually figure out the risk ratio of this. Because I haven't had a day of loss, I can't actually figure it out. It would be 0% because I haven't had a day of loss, right? But the best thing I can do here is figure out the win ratio of this, which then gives you kind of, in a way, a risk ratio on a daily time frame and not like a monthly or a yearly. Because as of now, I can give you a monthly and it's 0% loss, right, for my account. But there's people out there that have had within their first couple of days a day of loss or 2 days of loss or whatever. It's like 0.15% or something, hardly anything. That's the worst scenario I've ever heard of, is 0.15% loss in Traiex in a day. So like those guys would have, like, for instance, after a year or something, if their bot gets on track and it makes profit every single day, they would have like a risk ratio of, say, like 99 point something percent over a year because they had like 1 day of loss or something, right? Okay. So personally myself, I can't give a risk ratio because I've never had a loss, but I can give a risk ratio based upon a daily, which would be the risk in here is about 10 to 20% on a daily time frame, but it's never lost on a daily time frame. But per trade, it's winning 80 to 90% the trade rate, right? So that's the only analysis that I can base my account off, which sucks. Guys, this sounds crazy, but I actually want it to have a couple days of loss just so then I can make content with, hey, this is the, it's only had a couple days of loss. Like I can make that kind of content and then I can actually have a risk ratio video to use to promote, but it's not losing. So whatever. Okay. So here we go here. We're going to count this down. So we've got one page there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that trade is now gone on the 4th page there. So we've got 7 times 5 plus 1. So it did a lot of trades yesterday, but it lost a lot. It had 8 losing trades and 4 losing trades on one page. So 7 times 5 plus 1 equals 36 trades. So it did 36 times 2 is how many buys and sells it did, is 72, which is, I'd say like on the high side of things, right? Okay. And then we're going to grab our command here. We're going to pop this in here, and then we need that 36 number for here, 36. And then we need our 8, so 8 losing trades. And then this is going to give us our win ratio, which is going to be on the lower side for sure. Yeah, or sorry, 77.78, which is still amazing. If you're a day trader, that's like, holy crap, that's incredible, right? But for the bot, that's actually really, really like low, bad kind of thing. Normally it's over 80% there, okay? So that's it for today's video. We're going to go, and I'm actually not going to withdraw this here. Actually, you know what? Let's just withdraw it. Like, we'll just do that. There you go. $1.31. We'll figure out later on. I'm sure they'll give an update of the turnover there, and because the turnover didn't change either, as you can see there. Not that much, right? Compared to yesterday, like it was like 24,600 and like something dollars there yesterday. So yeah, they've got to fix that, right? Okay, let's go over here. And we're going to update this. So I'm going to add to my balance the 58.17. Pop that sucker in there. And add that. And then this here, I'm going to withdraw that from the balance. And you don't necessarily have to withdraw it from the balance, guys. That balance earns. I just like to put it into my deposit balance just because it's more, right? Looks better. And for the daily review videos, it's really easy for me just to take that number, like just to copy this number and then paste it into here and then, do the math there. Imagine if I was to have this balance here and then we've got to add this balance to this balance every single day. It'd take more time to make the videos, right? So that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot of information there. I'm going to try and edit it down as best I can do for you. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. If you want to join the team in Traiex, see the first link in the video description. If you're watching this video on the team channel, like basically someone has shared this playlist with you and you're watching this one from the playlist, get back to that person and you can join through that person there, okay? So that's it. See ya. Bye-bye.